Have you ever been in a situation where you didn't speak the same language as everyone? Well, when I was 16, my friend and I spent 6 weeks of the summer in China, working at a preschool my uncle owned. I barely spoke English good, so I definitely didn't speak Chinese, and neither did my friend. But it was fine, because we were gonna stay with my uncle and his family, and they spoke both languages well, so we were good to go, right?
Good to go, right?
Except, just a few days after we got there, my uncle decided to take his entire family back to America for a whole month. So now we were left in a foreign country where we didn't know anyone, we didn't have a car to get us around, and we didn't speak the language. We were clearly in desperate need of somebody to help us navigate. And you know, the same is true for all of us on a regular basis. Even when everyone around you speaks your language and you're in your home country, it can feel like you're lost sometimes. Okay, let's be real. Even in your home, sometimes life can be so confusing. So many people are giving you advice and speaking into your life from your family, friends, school, social media, TV, books, church, and more. Sometimes it all doesn't make sense, or what they're saying contradicts the other, so you don't know what is actually right, and it can feel like you're in a foreign country without an interpreter. So where do you go when you need help and direction? Or even better, who is helping you when you don't even know you need help? For the next 3 weeks, we're gonna look at who and where you can go to for help in navigating life and following Jesus. See, we weren't made to do life alone, and if we don't have the wisdom of someone outside of ourselves, we could be heading in the wrong direction and not even know it. And when it comes to following Jesus, it's no different. Just like we need a mentor to help us navigate when we're in a foreign country, we need that same sort of mentor to help us navigate our faith and how to follow Jesus, but from people who are godly and mature believers, who are older and wiser and more experienced than us. We need someone who is not foreign to following Jesus. We need to find people to invest in us that know the way and who will guide us through confusion, doubt, and just life in general. So today, we're gonna look at the story of a guy named Moses in the Old Testament who needed a mentor too. See, Moses was an Israelite adopted by the royal Egyptian family during a time when Israel was actually in slavery to Egypt. So God appeared to Moses and told him to go to the Pharaoh and demand that he release all of the Israelites from slavery. But it took a lot of persuasion and even plagues across Egypt for Pharaoh to finally agree and let the Israelites go free. But because they were slaves for so long, they really didn't know how to do life on their own, and this caused a lot of issues because of it. So now Moses has this huge weight on his shoulders to teach hundreds of thousands of people how to live now that they're free. Can you even fathom how much pressure that must have been? So let's check out Exodus 18, because something happens to Moses that I think we can learn from today. The next day, Moses took his seat to hear the people's disputes against each other. They waited before him from morning till evening. When Moses' father-in-law saw that Moses was doing for the people, he asked, "What are you really accomplishing here? Why are you trying to do this all alone while everyone stands around you from morning till evening?" Moses replied, "Because the people come to me to get a ruling from God. When a dispute arises, they come to me, and I'm the one who settles the case between the quarreling parties. I inform the people of God's decrees and give them his instructions." "This is not good," Moses' father-in-law exclaimed. "You're gonna wear yourself out and the people too. This job is too heavy a burden for you to handle all by yourself. Now listen to me, and let me give a word of advice, and may God be with you. You should continue to be the people's representatives before God, bringing their disputes to him. Teach them God's decrees and give them his instructions. Show them how to conduct their lives. But select from all the people some capable, honest men who fear God and hate bribes. Appoint them as leaders over groups of 1,000, 100, 50, and 10. They should always be available to solve the people's common disputes, but have them bring the major cases to you. Let the leaders decide the smaller matters themselves. They will help you carry the load, making the task easier for you. If you follow this advice, and if God commands you to do so, then you'll be able to endure the pressure and all these people will go home in peace. Moses listened to his father-in-law's advice and followed his suggestions. He chose capable men from all over Israel, appointing them as leaders over the people. He put them in charge of groups of 1,150 and 10. These men were always available to solve the people's common disputes. They brought the major cases to Moses, but they took care of the smaller matters themselves. Soon after this, Moses said goodbye to his father-in-law, who returned to his own land. This story models something really important we need to learn in every stage of life. Guys, we need somebody to speak truth into our lives. Every single one of us needs someone else speaking into us. Moses was the leader of all of these people, and even he needed somebody to help him. And it's awesome to see Moses' relationship with his father-in-law Jethro, because he does 4 things for him that we can all learn from. Number 1, Jethro calls him out. He identified the fact that Moses is struggling. So find someone who knows you well enough to see areas you need help or places that are weighing you down and can call you up and out when you need help. Number 2, he identifies his strengths. He recognized that Moses was the leader of all of these people, and he was capable of leading at an even higher level, settling the most important disputes. So find somebody who can encourage you to use the gifts and strengths that God has given to you. Number 3, Jethro has his best interest at heart. He wanted Moses to find other people to help him with his job because he knew it would wear Moses out. He was looking out for Moses' best. See, spiritual mentors will look out for what's best for us because they have a perspective outside of our own and can see things that we might miss. Last but not least, number 4, Jethro makes suggestions that are rooted in honesty and godliness. He did what was best for everyone and pointed Moses back to God with each suggestion he made. He encouraged Moses to live a life of honesty, godliness, justice, and leadership. And when we find others to guide us spiritually, we need to make sure that they are mature and godly people themselves. Because not all advice is good advice, and so we need to be ready to go to the right people when we need guidance. We all need somebody who can guide us spiritually and mentor us through life. So where do we start? I think a great place to start is just by looking around. Who is somebody in your life that you want to be more like? It could be your small group leader, a teacher, a coach, or a family member. Be on the lookout this week for somebody that you can imitate. Then ask them to help mentor you. I think you might be surprised at how excited they are to help. Guys, we love you, and we hope you know you are never alone as you learn what it looks like to follow Jesus.